Virtual reality is a big thing nowadays, and a lot of people are getting into it. There is PlayStation VR, there is Oculus Rift, which we have here today, and there's also the Vive. Now, it's really hard to go out and decide which ones do I get. One's really expensive, one's super cheap, one's just right in between. Do you have a good gaming PC, or do you have a PlayStation 4 and you just want to stay in that comfortable region? Well, today we just want to check out the Oculus Rift. And we actually bought these a while ago. And the reason why we wanted to show you guys today is because they yet again dropped the price. Right now, you can get these for about $400 for both the headset and the touch controllers. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my first experience with VR was when I tried the PlayStation VR back in the day. And I was blown away by that experience. It wasn't until a little bit recently that my friend has introduced me to the Vive. And the Vive is an amazing headset. You put that on, you put the lighthouses in the corners, you hold these controllers, you can pick things up, throw them, crouch behind things, look behind other things. It's amazing what you can do with that. And I just am really curious as to how the Oculus at its $400 price point can stack up to the Vive. So online, there's this big debate against the Oculus and the Vive are the same experience, but there's a big price difference between the two. And we don't know how you can have the exact same experience with a $400 product versus something that's much more expensive, such as the HTC Vive. And we want to see what it's like to use the Oculus Rift, and we know what it's like to use the Vive, and we're going to be, pitting it against the Vive directly. Now, right off the bat, I'm noticing these boxes look so much more presentable than the Vive boxes. I even heard that they hired the same people that designed the boxes for Apple to design the boxes for their Oculus. That's insane. Yeah, though they look really nice. The presentation is outstanding. Even the handle, like if you can see on the top camera here, the handle's made out of rope and it's on a spring. I mean, it feels pretty quality there. I've never felt a handle like that on any box. Let's take a look at these. First, let's open up the headset. That reminds me of Apple right there. Oh yeah. Ooh. Wow, they even went through the lengths to put the outside of the box white, and the inside it's just a thin paper, but they purposely added a veneer in there to make it black. Like, there's that much attention to detail. You can definitely tell Apple people built this. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, it's got some magnets, it seems. Ooh, that looks nice. I like how everything's all kind of laid out. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Here's a controller for volume. I'm not sure. The Vive doesn't have that. I don't know. And here, I don't know if I can take that out. It's a camera. It's a camera. Camera? Is that how it works? Wait, it has to use a camera? Huh, okay. This is opening up. What do we have here? Whoa! That's an Xbox controller. What? Wait, what? And a cable? What? Wait, it just comes with an Xbox controller? Sure it does. Alright, let's take the headset out here finally. Ooh. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's more stylish or more ugly. It's right in between. Lightweight. That's good. It is lightweight. That's very true. Maybe because it doesn't have all the sensors. Wow, that is very lightweight. What else? Is that all we have in the box here? Oh, it comes with headphones on the headset. That's something the Vive does not do. Really? Oh wow, that is nice. No, it's nice, it seems. But it's also kind of a bummer if you wanted to use your own headphones. You'd have to move those to the side. They could get in the way. Let's take a look at the touch controls here. Huh. Ooh. They're interesting. Go ahead. Ooh, look at that. Now, immediately, I've noticed I'm not a big fan with the way they feel in your hand. Yeah, I don't like that. It feels a little awkward. This whole thing is awkward here. This button's a little awkward. I wonder... I hope that you don't have to push that as a function in the game, because I'm just going to keep that held down. I don't know. That's too easy to press. Okay. Anything else in the box? There is Yet another camera?
Oh, I think that camera's for these guys.
What about the batteries are for? Oh, they're for these. Oh, come on, they're not rechargeable?
Really?
I wonder how long the battery will last.
Now, one great thing about the Vive is that you can wear the headset with glasses on. So let's find out if you can do that with these. Oh yeah, you can actually wear this with glasses on, yeah.
What's that knob on the bottom?
This?
Yeah.
This is to redirect where you're, like, how the spacing of your eyes.
When you take it off, it takes the glasses with you. Not with you, with it.
With it, yeah.
Come on, Steve. Okay, so that's USB, that's USB, that's USB. The problem with this is that it takes 3.0 USB ports. Yeah, the Vive, you only need one USB port, not even 3.0. 2.0 will work just fine. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a camera, why does it need 3.0?
Why does a camera need 3.0? Must be HD, 4K, high frame rate.
Okay, let's set it up.
Yeah, let's set it up and see how this thing works.
Okay, so we got our Oculus Rift set up, and now we're trying a game. We thought duck season looked cool, so we're gonna give it a shot. Hey, shot. Try to shoot the dog.
Summon a shadow.
Hey, hey. Uh-oh. We get hit in the face here. Oh, it automatically reloads. Ah! What is this? Get out of my face! I'm getting eaten! What? I don't like this. Alright, my turn.
Underneath the shotgun. Pump it one more time.
Steve, learn to aim.
This is genuinely terrifying. I'm done here.
Ah! You gotta die first.
What am I doing here? What am I touching?
Me. Okay, do I wave? Hi. Give me that. Shoot.
Okay, I'm done.
Let me see it. Oh, thank you. What is this? No. What is that? Hey. Oh.
Hit him in the face.
I'm gonna fire it at your face. No! The sensation of trying to open your hand does not work very well. You have to let go of the stupid controller. Ah. Jesus. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, our impression with with the Rift. Now, they weren't super great. We understand we have a very limited confined space, and so that may have hindered our usability a little bit. However, the controllers were weird. When we let go, we have to basically let go of the controller to be able to open our hands all the way, to grab things, to hang on to anything.
When I was in game, I tried picking up certain objects. It's very hard to pick things up, especially if you turn around and try picking something up from behind you.
Yeah.
These cameras cannot see through me, an object. Now the difference between these cameras and the lighthouses is that the lighthouses on a Vive are set 8 feet high in two corners of the room. They can see a lot more. It's a lot harder to hide the signal coming from those lighthouses versus the sight from these cameras. And they're sitting at desk height. It doesn't work out very well. Now you will be saying, well, you can just take those cameras and set them up higher places, Mike. Come on, it's easy, just like the Vive. Well, the Vive isn't connected. Those lighthouses are not connected directly to your computer. The only thing they are connected to is a power source. They send out a signal that your headset and controllers pick up. You don't have to connect those to your computer. I mean, you're not confined by a length of a cable. The movement was not fluid. When I do something on the Vive, you just move your hand, pick up what you want. It's accurate, it's precise, and it's a fluid movement. This was not. It was very jittery, and sometimes it just would try to pick something up, my controller would move. Now, granted, we're not in an ideal spot, but even in the spot we're in, the Vive would have done much better. Now, I would say if you have the ideal room setup, you know that your room setup is going to work. You did your research, you saw pictures of other people's room setups, and they say it works really good with that, and your room is similar. You go, okay, sure, I want to try that. And for $400, you might get an okay experience with it. I'm not saying you're going to love it. I'm not saying you're going to hate it. I'm just saying it's not going to be the best VR experience out there.
I would say that this is more along the lines of entry level. High-end entry level, but entry level. There are better VR experiences out there, like Mike said. However, it's not the worst. Google Cardboard, I would say, would be not a super great experience in VR because you don't have controllers to move your hands or anything like that. This is a much better setup than any of those. I just think that it's second best to the HTC Vive, but it's still a fun experience. You can still get a lot. I was still able to play the game and shoot.
Now, if you're out there and you guys want to get into VR, you're someone out there who says, yes, VR gaming is something for me. Do not get the Oculus. I highly recommend you get the Vive. Do not save the $200 it takes to get a tremendously better VR experience. And now you might say, well, Mike, I don't have the room in my room to be walking around. It doesn't matter. You could use the Vive sitting down to have a setup process for that in their normal setup. And it works just so much better. And I don't think the $200 price difference is worth having this. It's too cluttery. You got these cameras that need to connect to your computer. These controllers, they don't seem to work all that great. They're awkward to hold. You try to throw something, you throw the... I didn't even mean to throw the controller. I just threw the controller. That was a total accident. The Vive, when you throw something, you're constantly holding onto it, and you press the button to let go. And you just hold the controller the whole time. You don't feel like you're gonna lose it and break it. Like the bat, look at...
It just fell apart. I agree. I think the controllers on the Vive are much better. But like I said, this isn't a terrible experience. This is a great entry-level experience for VR. It's much better than the PlayStation experience that we had at first that we thought was the greatest thing ever, and it blew our minds. But it's still not the best. Once you have the best, you can't really go backwards. And unfortunately, we did start with the best. It kind of hindered our, experience a little bit with the Oculus Rift here, but it was still a good product. It still is good VR experience, just not the best VR experience.
Now, we're not going to tell you which one to get because both of them give you similar experiences. But if you want a true good VR experience, the Vive is the way to go. Don't mess around. Just spend the extra $200. You could be disappointed if you spent the $400 on the Oculus and you expected this, but you got that. We're going to be putting both of the links for the Oculus and the Vive down below in the description. Let us know. What do you think is better? The Vive? The Oculus?
Have you guys tried VR? Well, let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.